Welcome to this week's edition of Jagger Pride TV. We're joined each week by head coach Mark Mitchell. Coach, good to see you.
Be here just.
Glad to be interviewing about another week of football.
Yes, sir.
Got a bye week next week.
Yep.
Get a break, a little bit of time off, but still in region play. We'll talk about Greene County here in just a little bit. But tough loss last week at Sulligent. What are some things you saw the boys could improve on this next week coming off that game last Friday?
We had to make some adjustments to what they were doing to us, and we made those adjustments at halftime, come out and score there in the second half. But we just had mental errors at different times on how we were blocking stuff, and then we would let somebody go or we wouldn't turn out on it or whatever, and it was just little mental things that we needed to fix. And then with what we do and how we run it, if we get to mental mistakes and we second 15 or whatever, it kind of puts us behind the chain. And so we worked on this week trying to go back and fix those things and trying to get our offensive line and our backs and all on the same page. And when somebody is going to attack us in probably one or two different ways is what we've been seeing with everybody. And that's what we worked on at practice this week. And we just was unfortunate the other night to come up on the wrong end of the stick. I thought our defense played a heck of a football game. I thought our offense played well. We shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times. We talked about it last week. We talked to our kids. We knew Sulligent was going to be a really, really good football team, and they are. They're a good football team. And I think we learned the other night we're a good football team. We just had one of them games, especially in the first half, where we didn't move the ball real well, or we had a fumble here, or we missed a block here or there, just something little. But it's not anything that we can't fix. It's not anything that has to do with lack of effort or lack of attitude or lack of work. It has nothing to do with that.
They played hard.
Played hard, and they played together, and they played to the end, and we were there at the end trying to hold them out. And proud of what we did. We never want to lose, but we want to learn from the loss. Sure. We don't want a loss to turn into two losses. And so we were real positive watching the film on the things, and the kids were positive too of listening to us and understanding what we're talking about. And so we changed some things up at practice this week just to get them to understand if you get this look, we got to do it this way. Just little things like that right there that we needed to tweak and fix. And the kids responded really well and had a good practice all week long. And been very positive, and we're looking forward to going and playing Greene County tomorrow.
Well, Bradley's got us some highlights for last week's game against the Sulligent Blue Devils. We appreciate him making those available to us, and you can enjoy those now. Coach, another opponent that Winston County's not familiar with. We saw that against East Lawrence a few weeks ago. I don't remember playing Greene County.
I think it's the first time in the history of our school to play them.
So back in region play, again, we talked about last week, that's like the playoffs. So tell us about Greene County. That's an opponent, like we said, we don't know much about.
Well, big and fast, throw the football a lot. You know, that's why some of the people we've played, we try to play bigger, faster. Some guys to be able to get used to chasing them around and all that stuff. And then, you know, trying to prepare for them has been a little bit more difficult for us, trying to prepare for somebody who does the speed and the throwing and stuff like they do. But like I said a while ago, we've had a good week of practice and the kids prepared. And we've talked about already about we breaking the road trip up. And this is going to be like a regular hour road trip after we get done with pre-game meal. And I think our kids are excited about wanting to get back on the football field, especially after a loss, and prove to everybody, and prove to themselves, hey, we're better than what we showed last week. And I think you're going to see a good improvement from everybody across the board. And they're excited about going and playing. And it's another region game. We need to get 1-1 in the region. We don't need to fall 0-2, and that puts you in almost must-win the rest of them. And so, important game for us. I know it's a long ways away. I encourage as many people as they can to go and support our guys. They're going to do a really good job for you. So
after this week, going into a bye week, you get maybe some folks healed up, and got bumps and bruises and banged up, that kind of thing. So what are some things you hope to? Not to look ahead, but next week not having an opponent. What are some things you hope to do next week to kind of in practice and to kind of maybe work on some things you've done in the past and moving forward the rest of the season?
We scheduled that on purpose, and to taking that week 5 off and go ahead and play in week 0. When the first 2 years I was here, we had that bye week, and it got us a little bit of a break, held back up like you talked about. But for us, it'll be really good for us because what we've been seeing is they're either going to give us a 5-man front with 3 backers or a 6-man front with 2 backers, and they're going to slant and stuff, and that's going to give us some time to work on specifically just that blocking instead of trying to work on a scheme for a game plan or something like that next week. And it'll give them a time to catch their breath, get their legs back up under them, get a little bit of a break. And then we rolled in the second half of the season when we got homecoming the next week, and then we have one more road game after that, and the rest of them at home. We on the road a bunch here at the beginning. It was just kind of a weird situation with the schedule this year, but we're looking excited to go play Greene County, and then looking forward to the off week next week. And we have a specific plan that we do during the off week that the kids will enjoy and they like, and It'll be good. It'll be a good time for us to come back in, get healed up, and just kind of re-energize for the second half of the season.
Talk a little bit about Coach Moody, still undefeated with the JV team. Beat Addison Monday night. Talk about them.
Beat Addison 6-0 another night, and it's always a big deal when you play in county rivalry. And I think we've beaten them last couple times we've played them. Coach Moody and junior high guys do real good, which a lot of those 9th graders practice with us, and then they go on Thursday afternoons and practice down with the 7th and 8th grade. Another good job with them, and we're seeing the reaping the rewards of them those years when Declan and Landon and Chris and all of them were younger in the 7th grade and coming up and playing, and now they're starting and playing as 10th graders, and really not playing like 10th graders, they're playing like juniors. And that's just been a really good job and testament to Coach Moody and Densmore and them, the job they've done the last couple of years preparing the kids so when they get to us, they can help us.
So this Monday night, they'll be back at home, right?
They'll be back at home against Danville at home, be Monday night, 6 o'clock here.
Monday night, 6 o'clock.
Hey, if you hadn't come out and watch our junior high, come out and watch them. They do a really good job.
All right, Coach, thank you for taking time with us this week. Our player interview this week is Eli Carroll. Looking forward to catching up with him. And don't forget, Talking with Todd. I'm looking forward to that segment this week. This week, our player interview is Eli Carroll. Eli, good to see you, man.
It's good to see you.
We've not had you on the program before, have we?
No, sir.
It's your first time. Well, I'm glad you're here. Offensive lineman. I like interviewing offensive linemen. I know you play some defense too, and on defensive front as well. You guys are doing a great job. A running attack. We've talked to, I think, Landon Nix last week. And so from your perspective as a senior on offensive line, what's been some keys to your guys' success in running the football?
Just coming off the ball hard and knowing what to do and giving it everything you got every play, pretty much.
Like we talked about with Landon, as an offensive lineman, it's a thankless job, And when do people notice you? When you mess up. Right. So you guys had a tough ball game last week, but still ran the ball well. What did you guys see against Sulligent that's going to help you get better moving forward?
We just had some mental errors that wasn't real hard to fix. And once we got those fixed, everything's running smooth.
Good. How's practice been this week?
It's been enjoyable in my opinion.
Yeah, good deal. Well, let's talk about Greene County. Kind of like East Lawrence, that's one of those programs we've not played before, so we're not familiar with them. So tell us a little bit about Greene County and what you guys have seen this week.
Well, it looks like they got a bunch of athletes. They're pretty fast. That's some big linemen, but I mean, we do our job, do what we're supposed to. It should be a good game.
Good deal. Well, your senior year, right?
Yes, sir.
Are you enjoying it?
I am.
So, how many times have you been asked where you're going to college?
Too many.
Where are you going to college?
I'm not really sure.
I got you. So you'll decide that later.
I'll try to.
Well, when you're stepping away from football, when you kind of just want to hang out, what do you like to do? What are some of your hobbies, that kind of thing?
I like to rodeo.
Rodeo. So do you do like bull riding?
No.
Or what do you do?
I rope.
Rope. So good. So do you compete in that?
Yes, sir.
So how many trophies you brought home on that?
Not much. None really.
None really,
No.
but you enjoy it.
I do.
Yeah. So did you do it when you were little? And they did like sheep and that kind of thing. Did you get it to an early age?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Not a whole lot, but yes, sir.
So that's tough. I've always respected somebody who will, on a horse, going 30, 40 miles an hour, will jump off and tackle a cow. Basically. So that's pretty awesome. Well, it's good to see you, Eli. Thank you for coming on today. Winston County will kick off this Friday night at Greene County.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to Talkin with Todd. This here is Cameron. This is Cameron Ederholt, and he is new on the show, which I reckon everybody is every week. But that don't really make much difference. Yeah. Good to see you. Good to have you on the show. All right. I got 2 questions for you today. Coming into this section of the show. All right. One question. First question. It's pretty obvious. How do you wake up in the morning and get your eyebrows looking so good?
I don't know. It's born like that, I guess. It's working really good for me.
It's born like it?
Yep.
I don't know, man. All right, next question. How old are you?
15.
15.
Yep.
All right. You got some big old feet for a 15-year-old.
Yeah.
What size shoe do you wear?
14 and a half.
And you're 15?
Yeah.
That gum. Those big old feet. Like, I wonder if you could ski on them.
I don't know. I could try.
Oh man, well that's all I had for you. Appreciate having you on the show.
Yeah,
man,
thank you for having me.
It's good to have you, and that'll do, pig.